This episode was great. I'm going to tell you why in this video. I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below, so let me know. But episode 44 of Digimon 2020 was a strong showing, and the reason why I found it so strong was that it knitted together a lot of the exposition points, a lot of the information dumps that we had throughout the series, and it made a coherent story in this episode and a good narrative. And there was a lot of dialogue splattered throughout the episode which reminded us, oh, by the way guys, this isn't just a throwaway bullshit episode. Yeah, Sang was introduced in the start of the episode and all of the plot points were resolved by the end. However, we are still on our way to Faga. Tailmon said we need to kind of repay the kindness that Petaldramon has given to us, therefore we're going to assist in this battle. Before that, let's talk about what happened in this episode. In this episode, they teased, there was a lot of things they done. It was quite cheeky of the writers and the animators, but they teased them splitting up again to look for food and such. But boom boom rumbling, what's going on? You find out the whole forest is a moving forest, is an ancient legendary Digimon called Petaldramon, and Petaldramon's on his way somewhere. Who knows? Well, we find out after we see black spots or decayed spots throughout the forest. You see these black bugs who are not yet named throughout the episode, which I found a bit weird. They are attacking Petaldramon, and we find out that Petaldramon is in a massive battle, an ego battle, a battle amongst two major massive Digimon, and that is Entmon. Entmon, who's revealed later to be the boss of the black bugs. But one of the things I liked was when they showcased the silhouette of Entmon, was that a callback to the silhouette of Dargomon in Digimon Adventure 02? It seemed to be like a visual callback, and I appreciated that because obviously the Dark Ocean is synonymous with Dargomon and of course Daemon, and the Digidestin that is the most connected, or one of the most connected to the Dark Ocean, is Kari, the other one being Ken Ichijoji, who is not in this series. Speaking about Kari, it was all about Hikari in this episode, and they didn't make it seem a bit unbelievable. There was one thing which I want to point out. Why the hell does Kari run off on her own, unsupervised all of the time? But I kind of like that. It shows the charm and the extra connection she has to Digimon in this supernatural sense. Kari really is the light, and she feels a deeper connection to the Digimon. The only little nitpick I would have is, why didn't TK also have a similar level of connection, and why did we not see Angemon? But that's neither here nor there. It was all about Kari in this episode and her connection that she builds. She built a connection with Commandomon. She built a connection in this episode with Petaldramon, who said, look, you know what, this girl, she's always looking out for me, I'll try and look after her. And it was sweet to see Kari just that naive, that innocent, pure love of Digimon, and she just wants them to prosper. She hates it when they fight. But back to the episode itself, there's a big fight between these major Colossus Digimon, Petaldramon and Entmon. And Izzy, again, this is a nice callback to the episode where we saw Blitzgreymon make his debut or appearance in Digimon 2020, where Izzy said, look, battles don't have to always be between light and darkness, between evil and good. Sometimes it's all about ego, and that's exactly what this battle is about. Petaldramon has been fighting Entmon for a while, and every time he tries to fight Entmon, he gets battered and then retreats and then comes back again. It's this ongoing cycle of just battling, and the Digidestin have chosen to assist Petaldramon in this voyage, in this battle. And they don't really help too much because they're separated. It's weird how it didn't feel like an arse, but it felt quite organic. Petaldramon, Kari and Tailmon were enclosed in a dome as they were fighting against Entmon, and this set up the stage perfectly for Kari to shine, literally shine her light as she ran recklessly into the battle to assist Petaldramon. Now Petaldramon is getting battered, there's no other way to say it, got impaled, looked like a fatal impalement from Entmon, who chucked his tail through the heart or through the chest of Petaldramon, and you could see Petaldramon is dying, is about to die. Kari goes in, hey Petaldramon, man, let me help you, man. And then she calls, she cries for Tailmon, who evolves into Anja Woman. It's 5 a.m. I'm waiting for the boxing. I'm sorry. And Anja Woman then says, let there be light. Empowers and heals Petaldramon for at least one final attack. And as both Entmon and Petaldramon are intertwined because of the impalement, a glimmering, shining rainbow-like light happens, and then you see Petaldramon and Entmon frozen in this grassy statue. And this is a callback to the episode where we saw Lilymon's debut as she done her flower cannon, and again gave this statue-like moldy, leafy architecture, this portrait, this statue of Andromon. Again, it's another callback to the recent episode between Izzy and Tai as they were assisting Garbamon with their revenge aspect against Raemon, where Raemon was not killed, well, maybe was killed, but was frozen into a statue, into this garbage-like statue, aesthetic little beautiful thing in the middle of the wasteland. And we see a statue, a very beautiful forest take shape around this sculpture that is Petaldramon versus Entmon. This is going to be one of the wonders of the digital world when someone in the future looks back at it. But why was this important, eh? This showed, again, Kari's extra connection to the Digimon, but also the fact that you have to resolve grudges in an amicable fashion, in a way that you don't want it to always become fatal because other people die, or even if one person gets hurt, it's not nice to see, and Kari just doesn't like seeing bad shit happen. They interwove so many story points and elements that were introduced throughout the series so far, and showing how the Digidestined tackle these themes of revenge, anger, animosity, rivalry, where we had revenge being tackled by Izzy, but this time round we had it being tackled, well, was it revenge or was it just a rivalry tackled by Hikari? Hikari of the light, as she shown her light to show them the light, but pretty much killed them both. The plot was started and ended all within this episode. It didn't feel like a throwaway episode. It furthered the characters, although you'd think, okay, what more did we learn about Kari? Because we knew that she's nice, kind, and she doesn't like fighting, but it was another showcase of Kari and how she will always throw herself out to danger if it means stopping the danger, if it means helping someone out. And helping someone out is something that she does very well. She helped out Tailmon, she helped out Commandomon, she helps out Petaldramon. So it was great to see this amalgam of all of these things that we got to know and we got to kind of accustom to these Digidestined just play out organically, and it felt like a very organic episode. Yeah, they're on their way to Farga, but I like this episode. I really like this episode. But again, why didn't TK have a similar level of contribution? I don't know, it's fine. Anyway guys, I like this episode. What did you reckon? Tell me down below.